Hey everybody, Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and welcome to a special Roush edition of Hot Lap. Now recently our friends over at Roush were kind enough to invite us up to Detroit so we can check out their awesome facilities, and we had a great time. Check it out. Guys, we're just outside of Motor City, Detroit, Michigan to visit our friends at Roush, and boy, do we have an awesome day planned for you. All right, so I'm here with Tom Lipinski, kind of the overseer of Candyland, right, buddy?
Absolutely. We bring in the base Mustang chassis right out of the plant. We turn it into a 700 horsepower monster. So let's go take a look.
All right.
And this is where it starts as far as drilling all the holes and preparing the vehicle for the next assembly block. What we do is we have these fixtures made so we can drill the holes and not have any variation as the vehicle comes through the line.
Okay, well, let's check out where these things go from here. This is core build?
Correct. This is our main assembly line where the core content is installed. So as the seats are out, we can get inside and do things like the billet pedals, the shifter balls, and some of the other interior mods that'll happen. So station 2, again, we talked about the body mods. Front and rear fascias are installed here. Wheels and tires will go on here. The front is a complete replacement. The only things we reuse on that front are the turn signals and the fog lamps, but everything else is fully designed by us.
Now, Tom, I couldn't help but notice we got some exhaust coming to life over here.
So everybody wants a throaty sounding car. So they designed the quad tip exhaust with a dual chamber muffler, which one of those chambers is a nice quiet, and it meets all those standards, and the other side is where it opens up.
So obviously we stumbled into line 2 here, and this is where some suspension and driveline goodies come together, correct?
Absolutely. You know, anytime you add performance and horsepower to a car, you want to be able to handle that performance, right? So what this does is it's going to give you a little bit more stability of a ride.
Well, Tom, we're here at the final leg of assembly. Of course, this is where the horsepower is born, as we like to say.
We've divided up our build assembly process of the Supercharger into 5 different stations, and this is the start of it. We tear it down, we drain the fluids, and we prep it for the rest of the assembly.
So here we are, pretty much a completed RS3, correct?
That's correct. I know it looks very similar in a lot of ways, but it is all new for 2015. We start with a 627 horsepower package. By SEMA, we plan to launch our Phase 2 version of the kit.
Chances are, if you guys at home have a TVS blower, this gentleman right here probably put it together for you. So I understand you're going to teach me how to throw one of these things together, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to grab this housing right here. We're going to put it right here on the fixture. We're going to grab the pink Loctite. You're just going to walk it all the way around the top. And that's going to seal your main cavity.
So now we're actually going to grab the rotating group. We'll flip it over.
See? Told you, you're a pro.
Nice. Hey, how about it?
So next thing is you're going to grab the front cover. Okay. Make sure you're on there.
Ah, there she goes. All right. I didn't think I'd wake up today and be hand assembling a blower. This is pretty cool.
The first torque is just going to make sure everything's nice and flat. You're going to actually torque these 3 times. You want to make sure you get a green light this time around.
There it is.
You're going to tip it upside down. There you go. So we're going to install the bypass shaft. So without the bypass, you're not going to build any boost.
Gotcha. Okay, so this thing probably got some
torque.
Yeah,
it's air crimper. Right? There you go.
Oh, there
you go. It's a fun part every day.
Okay, so there now we actually have to install the actuator.
Yep, we're going to put it on the shaft here. You're going to install the set screw.
Okay.
Then the last thing you're going to do on this station, you're going to check the rotational clearance on the rotating group.
And so this is where you set the actuator, correct? Correct. And that's with your set screw that we just installed.
Correct.
Now it's testing. What's the final result?
You got to pass.
Pass. Look at that. Built my first successful Supercharger. It's been a pretty awesome experience, man. All right, guys, so we're in the 2015 Roush RS3. This thing is incredible, man. 627 horsepower. Letting it rip in second gear. I mean, this thing is awesome. And the coilovers, they ride great. They really do. And it sounds great. The Roush active exhaust system here in the 2015. It's done up in a way that it flows well with the factory car. In fact, take a great interior already here. Add their little touches. For instance, the gauges, speedometer are intact. I mean, they've really hit this one out of the park with the RS3. Unfortunately, I have to bring this thing back to the shop, but not before I do one last burnout. I'm Justin, thanks for watching, and for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.
What's up guys, Stephanie here, and this month I want to point out Roush's Axleback for the 2015. Roush has some great products in general, and they continue the norm here with their products for 2015 Mustangs, like Axlebacks for the GT, EcoBoost, and V6 Mustangs. Now when we're talking about Axlebacks, Roush has been known to produce products that are on the more aggressive side of the scale, and that's exactly where the Axlebacks for the S550s fall. The exhaust note comes thanks to the open-chambered or hollow-chambered muffler design, But also keep in mind that the tone of your exhaust note can change depending on what you have going on with the rest of your exhaust system. Another thing I really like about these Axlebacks is that they're stainless steel, which is a great quality when we're talking about exhaust systems. Lastly, both of the Axlebacks for the 2015 come with 4-inch tips that have been chrome flashed for a nice finishing touch. Now let's take a quick listen to see how the Roush Axleback sounds on a 2015 GT. So you guys can now head back to the site and check out these Roush Axlebacks for your S550 that are available here at AmericanMuscle.com.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap up our special Roush edition of Hot Lap. We really hope you enjoyed it all. I know I did. We had a great time checking out their facilities, getting to see where they make their awesome cars, getting to assemble a blower myself. It was awesome. Again, thanks for watching. I'm out of here. And for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.